group. I don't think it's something I've seen before. Thank you.
Oh, okay, okay. We'll do well to send it to the group. Thank you. Hello everyone. Sorry again for the delay. We are going to be starting right about now. Once again, I would want to welcome us to this pro bono session. I think our clients has been able to join us. So I'll just go ahead and introduce this session very soon. So good evening everyone. My name is Dennis Williams, and I am the program coordinator at Jiipcc Mentorship and Internship Program. And without further ado, I would like to give a brief overview about what Jiipcc is about. That is JIIPCC. Is an academic consulting and legal firm dedicated to delivering specialized services to students, clients, and partners worldwide. At JIIPCC, we train, impact, and transform lives actively, preparing and positioning Africans for the future. So far, we have mentored over 850 university students, young professionals, and startups across more than 10 African countries. The JIIPCC Pro Bono session is a free legal consultation that provides free legal guidance to individuals and businesses. Please note that this session and any advice gotten from the Jiipcc professional team does not constitute any form of specialized or varied legal consultancy or legal advice in any form whatsoever. JIIPCC will not be liable in any form or manner for actions taken afterwards. Therefore, individuals are advised to seek further legal counsel and consult us for a proper legal advisory referral or seek legal advice from their preferred lawyer. Moving forward, moving on to our agenda for today, I would just like to welcome um, I would just like to welcome our clients, Mr. Laye Ayafolua. Sorry, I didn't pronounce your name very well. I will try to get that. I will try to get that soon. So please, when you come up or when we call you up, please you can just kindly let us know or get to pronounce your name properly for me. Right, so Mr. Lala, sorry, is a digital artist, filmmaker and fashion entrepreneur. His main focus for joining this pro bono session is addressing intellectual property rights and strategies to reduce IP theft, right? So that is the reason why he's joining us in today's session. So we want to give the floor to Mr. Lala, right? So that you can just kindly tell us the main reason why you are here, and then our professionals on the call will try their possible best to give you as much counsel as they can, right, within the time frame that is allotted, that is 20 minutes, right? So yes, Mr. Lala, if you can hear me, we would like to just hand over back to you to just kindly get the reason exactly why you are here, and then we can proceed from there. So thank you so much for joining us, Mr. Lala.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. I hope you can hear me.
Yes, good evening. We can hear you.
All right. My name is Lala Ayinfelua. Lala Ayinfelua, and like you said, I'm a digital artist. I am a filmmaker and also a fashionpreneur. So, due to my knowledge or due to my career path, I have experienced a lot of things, a lot of intellectual property theft, um, personally and also from colleagues who people have stolen or who have gone through that kind of thing or that kind of phase. So that has motivated me or pushed me into trying to look for a solution, if not necessarily not a full solution, but something that can limit or reduce this the intellectual property theft. So I hope to um, do that with the legal tech and SaaS, software as a service, um, using the app, using a software, a particular hello, the network is breaking there.
Yes, we can hear you clearly.
All
Please go
right, all
ahead.
right. So using tech to solve these issues, I know a lot of people have tried to do one or two things to try to reduce this thing, but a lot of people are not looking at that area. A lot of people are just they've given up, especially Nigerians and Africans. They've given up on that particular area. Whatever happens, happens. And especially the film industry, you see they drop movies today, and in the next 1 to 3 weeks, is out in different sites. Is out on different sites, stolen, and they lose money. The film industry loses a lot of money every year on a daily basis. So that has motivated me into trying to build a system, a community that that will try to fight this this intellectual property theft through using tech. So I would like to know what and how to go about it, the registrations, how to the legal advice, um, the roadmap, the things to do, the necessary things to do, so as not to make a mistake, so as not to step on toes I'm not supposed to step on, so as to do the right thing basically before uh, the kickstart and all of that.
All right, thank you, Mr. Lala. Yes, so I hope our professionals, I think we have three lawyers already on the call, and we hope that you got to listen to him share his particular disturbance, right? He's looking for counsel for how to protect his intellectual property work and what are the best strategies he can use to navigate that. So I don't know if we have particular suggestions for Mr. Lala on how he can go about that. So we just want to give the floors to the lawyers or our professionals in general to help address that. So over to you, our professionals. Please, if you want to speak, please, you can go ahead and unmute and address this particular case.
Okay, hi, good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes, good evening, Mr.
I can.
Emeka.
I can.
Yes, and I was just curious, right? Maybe I didn't get the part, because the audio was phasing in and out. But like, can you tell me like the aspects of your business and the kind of intellectual property that it deals with, and the should I use the word infringement that you anticipate? Like, I'm curious. I didn't grab that part. I was waiting to hear it.
Oh, okay. He said, just so that I can reiterate on his behalf, he
Yes,
said
yes.
that he's currently in the film industry, and
Okay.
he noticed most of, in terms of films, right, productions, people who get to copy, pirate their work. So that is what he's trying to find a strategy to kind of tackle.
Okay, so piracy of your movies is what you're trying to combat.
Yes, not just movies. I feel a lot of creatives also to um, need protection of their works. So it could be
Yeah,
movies, it could be artworks, it could be songs, it varies, just creative.
yeah, I get that, but protection of should I use the word work now? It's not like a one size fits all shoe. It has to be on a case by case basis, and it has to be on the kind of work in question. That's why I was asking if there was something specific. But let us say use the film industry that has been used as the reference point, right? In my very limited exposure, this limited work I've done, right? I think protection or um, watching your back in the film industry starts from the script stage, right? I think that the first thing you settle if you're ever, going out to make a movie is to secure not just, not the scriptwriter just bringing the script to you and you just, adapt, into screenplay and whatnot. You have to secure the rights to the script. Are you buying the script outrightly? Is the scriptwriter assigning the rights of that script to you totally? Or, is it like a license? Are you just using it? Are you just one person using it? And, is it free to sell it to another person? Right. So that is the first stage. Most people don't realize that, the script itself, being a work in itself, is also intellectual property. And intellectual property can either be disposed of totally, that is assigned totally, all the interest therein assigned, right, in totality to whoever is buying it, or it can be licensed. And this license can be exclusive or non-exclusive. Exclusive in the sense that whoever the licensee is, it's only that licensee that would have access to that, particular work. Non-exclusive in the sense that, the licensor is free to license it to as many licensees as he deems fit. So that is where the protection starts, right? You want to make a one-of-a-kind movie and someone has brought a script to you. You either, the agreement should either state that, you're either acquiring the rights to this script or you're acquiring the script rather. You're asking the scriptwriter to assign it to you in totality or enter a non-exclusive license with you, and to be based on fees or whatever fees you've agreed or whatever amount is willing to part with the script for. So I think that is the first thing, right? In my limited opinion, I don't know what I know it goes deeper, right? And people that have an idea on it can go ahead, but it goes deeper into the production and the adaptation and then the rights of the actors and actresses and all that. But the basic first step is securing the rights to that script, which is the foundation of whatever movie you're making. I will give the floor to other professionals on the call, especially those who have, who have more experience in the film industry to go ahead.
All right, thank you, Mr. Emeka. So please, the floor is still open to our professionals. If at all you have any thoughts you would like to share in the regards of his particular challenge, please, we can kindly do that. Like I said, the floor is open to anyone. You can feel free to speak as you deem fit. Sorry, please, can we all hear
Yeah,
me?
good evening. Good evening, everyone.
Okay, good evening, Mr. Nifemi.
Yes. So the movie industry is actually broad when it comes to intellectual property, as said by the earlier colleague. It's actually a broad industry. It's apart from the script writers, in fact, it include the IP rights of the performers, the actors or actresses involved. In fact, the music, the sounds used in the production of the movie. Um, um, for every sound you are using, you are obliged to get the approval or the authorization of whoever sing that song. For every sound you are using in that movie, you are obliged to get the authorization or the consent of the uh, of the musician or the record label holding or whoever is the copyright holder in that song. So if you are having an original song being produced, the person that is singing that song for that particular movie there must be a written agreement saying that yes, I consent to the use of this song in this movie. So yes, the sound used in that movie, you are obliged to get the consent or direction of the copyright holder on that song. The Each actors you are involved, actors, you need to have a contract with them on the basics of remuneration, or on what terms are you giving them? Are you remunerating them for their participating in that movie? Is it by royalty? Is it by division of the profit? Is it by just paying them once time? The photographers that record the movies, there is also a need to have an agreement with them. The record of the movie itself. So I mentioned too. It's a broad area that everyone involved has a right in that movie, and if care is not taken, there may be a problem whereby anyone can come up and say that I participated in this movie and I was not given the right recognition. Exactly. In fact, the locations being used, if you are going to be using an hotel, there must be an approval from the hotel that you are going to be showing the movie, if the name of that hotel should be showing. Because depending on the context of the movie, a location can raise an issue that they never consent to the use of their name in that movie. Yes, to the use of their name in that movie. So, so for every participant in the movie, from the script writer I said earlier to the copyright holders of the sounds used, to the performers, I mean the actors involved in the movie, the locations, the marks of the location used. Yes, the marks of the location used. An hotel will have their name, which could have registered, or which they have protection for, reputation for. In fact, in the movie, the product you are using in that movie, so in the movie, the product you are using in the movie, there may be an issue with it. There may be a product that have had a larger mark recognition that its involvement in the movie could have been seen as an approval or a partnership with the movie. Yes. So if you have, let me say, the kind of like the likes of Coca-Cola prominently showing in your movie, it may influence the mind of the viewers to see that let us see this movie for partnering with Coca-Cola, or having the likes of Netflix in your movie. So there must be an approval for even using the brand name of some products in your movie. So I agree with us that it is broad. So it has to depend on what aspects. For the recorders of your movie, say the videographers or the studios you are using, or the camera, or the photographers or videographers are recording the movie. There has to be an explicit agreement on is it by commissioning, is it by contract, what is the medium of remunerating each parties. So there are different types of contracts that will be involved in a movie. So I think our thing is to try and list those contracts and informant of the need for each and every one of them. By that time, what I will advise is that when you are going into a movie, engage a legal practitioner and experts that can give you prepare the relevant contracts for each parties that are involved. Yes, for each party that are involved on the intellectual property, because the movie industry is a movie on its own. It's a creation. Every party is bringing their creativity. Every party is bringing their creativity. So it's a collection of works of creators that is coming together, and in which every creator has a moral and economic right to their contribution to that movie. So I think let me stop there and hear from others for now.
All right, thank you, Mr. Nifemi. I want to especially welcome Mrs. Mercy C. Matthew. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ma, for joining. You're welcome to this session. In today's session, we have a client who is seeking legal advice. Just to give you an overview of what's happened before you joined in. We have a client who is seeking legal advice on generally intellectual property protection for creative works in overall, because he's not just tying it to movies, even though he's a filmmaker as a person. So we just want to still give the floor open to our professionals, in case if there's still anything they would like to add, just to build up on what Mr. Emeka and Mr. Nifemi has said. If we still have thoughts that we would like to share on how Mr. Lala can go ahead to better protect his work from piracy and other strategies he can use to also share to other creatives like him who are looking for ways to protect their work, how they can better go around it. Please, we can do well to just give as much advice as we can so that, Mr. Lala leaves the session well-rounded as to knowing what he's exactly supposed to do and how he's supposed to go around it. So please, can we have more contributions in that sense from our professionals?
I just want to also close out, contribute rather, by saying that, the end result of, whatever you're doing, you're done making the film, you've drawn up the relevant agreements, the movie has been shot. I think that the next best thing, or rather the next most important step, is now to register, that movie with the NCC. I believe it's the CMO. I don't know if I'm getting that the acronym right. These people that that essentially help you manage and they oversee the use of that particular work. Essentially, they would ensure that whoever wants to use the work pays royalty for it, and ensures that the right holders, that is the people that own the copyright or the person that own the copyright in the work, is notified, not only notified but also rather also informed of the use of his work, and then ensure that they are compensated fairly. I think it's the CMO. I don't know if I am getting that right, or is it the CMO that does for movies?
CMO.
Is the CMO right?
Yes, CMO. So for
okay, thank you.
Yeah, correct.
Or AVRS. Okay, I'm checking now. For AVRS is the one for movies. Yes. Audiovisual
Exactly.
Rights Society of Nigeria. Yes.
Yes. So
I know that
AVRS
they are
is
all under CMO.
yes. So for music, we have the MCSN currently. For audio,
Yes.
for videos, movies, we have the AVRS. Yes.
AVRS. Yeah. So essentially, right, the AVRS is under the CMO, like Nifemi has just said. So the AVRS would ensure that whoever is using your movie in maybe a skit or an advert or in any form, right? They don't just obtain permission, but where there is monetary, where there's a monetary aspect, or that's the use of your work is done in such a commercial nature that it brings some kind of money or revenue. You ensure that you, as the right holder, that is the copyright holder in that movie, you get paid. Essentially, they help you manage, right? So you can't do it I mean, you could choose to do it by yourself, but the internet is a vast place and the world is a vast place, and you can't be everywhere at once. And as this part of registering with the CMO or the AVRS is also part of anti-infringement, proactive anti-infringement strategies, because they would help you check out for people that are using the work without consent or without your permission. So I think that is the end result of making the work and getting all the permission and everybody signing off. The work has to be registered with such an organization who would help you track and address infringements as they arise. So that is what I have to add.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Emeka. So I think if there is anything I have learned around the whole space when it comes to intellectual property enforcement or matters that have to do with infringement, for movies, if I'm not mistaken, we have platforms that are we have platforms that are very, very that are very, very keen on matters that concerns piracy. So channels like YouTube are very, very are platforms that are very keen on the matters that pertain to piracy. So one of the ways you can protect your work, if I'm not mistaken, will be to upload it to YouTube, right? And if there is any form of infringement and you do report it to YouTube, YouTube will do well to trace that infringement and take it down, right? That's a way you can go around it. Another way I have also learned is that you can also watermark your productions, right? You can use some kind of watermark overall so that whoever is coming across the work will know that, okay, this work was done by this person, right? We see people like Omoli Oboni, right? When you go to their pages and you see movies that were done by them, you obviously know it's their work because they have their watermarks or their names written largely across those movies. So it's one way that people get to know if they are to see it on different platforms or other platforms, they know that that work is being lifted from the original person. And, it's an easy way to even track and trace works that, that people are trying to pirate. I think, like our professionals have said, you can register your works. You can register your works with the necessary authorities so that they can help you track infringements and also follow up to see how best you can get compensation if at all your work is being infringed on. And if I'm not mistaken, I remember once upon a time, someone once said that the matters that has to do with infringements is a personal, like enforcing your intellectual property is a personal work that you have to take. So things around policing your work, making sure that you are searching around to see, going around popular infringing platforms to see if your work are there so that you can report it, right? Because nobody will police your work for you as much as you will do it for yourself. So as much as because of the spread of the internet and how difficult it is to trace or, to trace every single place where your work might be uploaded to, right? You can make a scapegoat of one or two people that you find infringing of your work if you take out time to properly police your work, right? So the best ways to go around infringement is to firstly, like our professional said, is to make sure that all the necessary contracting that is needed for the production that you are doing, whether if it be that there are musical components to the work, script writing, all that is properly addressed and taken care of. And then that the proper registration and your work is submitted to the proper bodies that will help you protect the work within that sense, right? So that you can take up matters of infringement with them. And also, like I suggested, there are other means like using platforms that are very sensitive to privacy matters, right? So that if at all the people are trying to lift your work off those platforms, you can quickly tackle it and the platforms will address them effectively. And then also you doing your own due diligence to make sure that your work is being properly policed, right? So, these are just some of the points that I feel I can add to this conversation. I don't know if we still have more professionals who want to maybe put one or two more words into it, because I think we have done so well so far, right? And I hope, Mr. Lala, you are getting to pick up a thing or two based off of what our professionals have said, right? So, like we said at the start of the session, this doesn't constitute to a proper legal advice within that sense. You will still need to consult the services of an entertainment lawyer, right? So that if there are any particular issues that come up on those matters, you can eventually report it and they can guide you effectively. But if you are looking forward to having our own pool of lawyers address or become legal counsel for you, you can kindly do well to reach out to us and we can get to connect you with them and they would pick up the matter from there, right? So we hope that you have found some of our suggestions useful as a means to tackle intellectual property infringements. Like they rightly highlighted, the field of intellectual property is broad as it covers multitudes of different aspects of creativity, whether if it's the film, it's the music, creative work, artworks. All of them have layers of techniques that you can use to protect yourself as a creative. But nothing beats you trying to ensure that your work is fully or duly registered and you are properly policing your work to see who is doing any form of infringement, so that in the instance where you are able to spot an infringement, you can take the proper legal actions that you need to take so that you can get the recompense that you need, right? So yeah, so basically I feel, but just to get a little feedback from you, Mr. Lala, it's raining in my background. Okay, Miss Mercy, I can see you raising your hand. Please, you can go ahead and speak.
Okay, good evening, everyone. I'm so sorry I joined a bit late. I was in transit at the time, but I listened to everything that everyone had said, and I align myself with everything that everyone had said. I don't know, pardon me if I'm saying something that has already been said. Yes, but I wanted to emphasize also the point of, or the importance of having your registrations before launching as much as possible before you discuss it.
Discuss it.
Yes, please. It's encouraged. Sorry. So the importance of having like your registrations before you launch. For example, your trademark registration, you want to ensure that you've commenced that, because of the peculiarity of the Nigerian market and how long it tends to take to have a trademark fully registered, which in the case of an infringement, that is the only thing that can avail you, having a fully registered, right? If what you have is just, you started application, you just have acceptance, but you don't have certificates, in a way, it can't avail you much. You only have like what we call common law rights. You don't have statutory rights when it comes to infringement on such a matter, right? So that one is very important. Before you launch, before you begin to use your IP assets, you want to ensure that you have started or commenced the process of registration. For your trademarks, that is the trademark registry. For your copyrights, that is the NCC, Nigerian Copyright Commission. So you want to ensure that you have commenced that as well. If you're going to engage in, for example, when Barrister Mecca was talking about scripts, writing scripts and licensing or buying scripts, you want to ensure that maybe you have a relevant DA. If you're one who writes scripts, you want to have your NDA, that's non-disclosure agreement, signed with whoever you are giving such a script to. If you're going to license or you want to, pitch the idea and say, oh, I can write scripts. This is a script I've written. You want to have an NDA signed before you engage in such a transaction. Yes, those are the few things I wanted to point out, because also for the NCC registration, it's important. The certificate they give you doesn't necessarily confer copyright on you. Doesn't necessarily confer copyright on you, because copyright is an automatic right. But what it does is that in the case of maybe infringement, or now there's a court case, that is something that can also avail you to show that you have filed with NCC. It's prima facie evidence, or is prima facie, we call it rebuttable presumption. It's a presumption that everything that is on the face of your copyright certificate is as it is. So it names you as the owner of the work. It names the work that you have filed, which will include your movies. If you're into music production, you want to also file your songs, your lyrics. If you're into software development, you want to file your source codes, right? The codes that are used to develop your software. So those are the things that would then come under copyright. I don't know how far your creative activities go, but if you're into also maybe physical products packaging, then you also want to take out like a design application, industrial designs, that's what they call it. Then also now, if you're into creating inventions, right, technical inventions that have like a creative process, inventive step, you then want to do a patent registration. So I just thought to touch on all of that. This is just in addition to everything everyone has said. I wanted to emphasize the essence of doing that before launching, doing that before now revealing the creative assets that you have. That's very important. So thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, Ms. Mercy, for your take. All right, Mr. Lala, can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Yes, so we just want to get a little feedback from you, just to ensure that while they were speaking, or while everyone spoke, you were able to pick out some of the very key important things that they mentioned.
Yes, I did. Thank you very much. Thanks to everyone. I have learned a lot in this section, and I really appreciate.
Yes. Just before we before we round up per se, are there particular questions based off of anything that was brought up? Are there particular things that you would want to maybe inquire a little bit more about, just so that we can confirm from our own end that you are satisfied with whatever advice that has come through from this platform?
Yes, I have a question. The last speaker mentioned something. I think the last lawyer, she said she spoke about registration before putting it out, right? Yeah, so in a situation where you are trying to build a platform, I don't know if this is legally right. You're trying to build a platform that can try to sort this issue of intellectual property, to protect it. So that is not a government platform, a governmental platform, but it's like a private company that wants to try to solve these issues, but will be registered under the government. Now, if and it is using tech too. So I want to be sure. She said something about before you launch it, you have to register, right? So now, why registering, or after registering and you launch it? Yes, after registering, I just want to be sure of the kind of registrations you need to do, since you are dealing with intellectual property. You'll be dealing with people's um, creative works, and all of that. So yeah, is that platform is handling or sorting those issues out for people, and people's creative works are on that platform. Now, is it something that is legally right? Is it something that the government will not go against? Is it something that can be done? Because it's something that I'm looking to work around, to do something about it, using tech to fight all these things. So I don't know if there's anything I can do.
Okay, so if I'm getting you right, what you are saying is that you are trying to develop a platform that is private but handles cases of matter where people can upload their creative works and to give them some kind of protection. And you are trying to find out if it is legal, it's going to be legal to carry out that kind of procedure or to carry out that kind of business or practice in that sense? And how do you go around carrying out the necessary registration for your particular tech? Your particular tech, is that what you are asking?
Yes, that is what I'm asking.
All right, all right. So please for the professionals and the lawyers on the call, if we have any particular suggestion based off of the questions or the question that he asked, do we have any thoughts that we would like to share in this regards?
Sorry, I didn't get his question. Please, can you rephrase it?
Okay, so he's saying that he's building a platform, right? He wants to develop a platform where creative can come and protect that a platform that generally protects creative work, right? So just to tackle the matter of infringements, people can come upload their work on his platform, on a tech platform that he wants to create to generally protect their work. So he's asking if it's something that is it something that is going to be legal, right, to do, and also what are the necessary restrictions he would need to meet to if he was to if he were to launch that platform.
I think
So,
he wants to usurp governmental power. So I don't think individuals can protect the work of other individuals. Is it like a situation where you hide it behind a paywall for others to use, or whoever wants to use it would pay for it or something? Because unless you're saying you want to grant protection of other people's work, which I don't think is within human purview, right? So that sounds like something the government is empowered to do, not the human being. Right. So if he can provide more clarity on that, because that what you've explained is what the government does with the different organizations, the trademark organization, the trademark registry, the NCC and the patent office. Right. So unless maybe I'm getting it wrong, because I listened to it the first time, I didn't get it. I heard your clarification. I also still didn't quite grab. So does he want to hide people's work behind a paywall, where whoever wants to use the work would pay for it, and then the work will be released to the intending user? In that case, you're not really protecting it. Maybe you're monetizing it, or like I honestly do not understand it.
Okay, so can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes, we can
please.
hear you.
Yes, so it is using the normal technology. I think Mr. Olusegun Philip is getting what I'm saying. I'm not sure. I'm using the normal technology encryption protection, using it to protect intellectual property. You understand? So like they come. You actually, I'm using technology. Yeah, so um technology encryption to protect their works. You understand? So now if I create artworks, right? Now if I throw it on Instagram, anybody can screenshot my work, anybody can take my work, anybody can sell my work. The person might doesn't have to be in Nigeria, it could be in another entirely different area outside Nigeria. But if it's on that platform, for instance, there is no way this person can have access to my works without you giving access to that person. So it's just like that's a platform where I upload my works. I need to get this person needs to do one or two things with my stuffs. I give the person access. We negotiate, we talk about it. Then that's something like that.
Okay,
Yes, something like open sea. Open sea. Yeah.
I don't know if you can hear me. If I can get your idea, well, that would be something like maybe like YouTube of videos, some pictures of Netflix, whereby it's a public space, but you can screenshot, and then that seems similar to even the work of CMO, where it's maybe a brilliant idea, but you have to there will be some challenges from CMOs or yes. So well, it's not impossible. It's something that you can do. Yes, so it's something I can do. It's not impossible. Depends on the fact that a a creative is working with your platform doesn't mean they cannot still work with CMOs.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the fact that so are you with me? So the fact that a creative is working is using your platform is using your platform for your work doesn't mean they cannot still work with CMOs. Yes, it is still possible. CMOs are different. A creative can still decide to use another platform. There's no problem using different platform or several platform to protect your work. So it's a brilliant idea that is not out of it. As long as they are not trying to solve the powers of the regulatory bodies. You understand? So, however, on the intellectual property rights that we do in the work, it will vary from the software itself or the software itself protecting with copyright for the programming and then patent for the invention if it qualifies the requirement of the law, both copyright and patent. So that can be for the software itself. And then you may have to explore. There will need to be IP rights for the license or the assignment of right of the creatives putting their work on such a platform. Yes, assigning the right or licensing it to you that our work can be your platform, and then you are they authorize the putting of their movies on the platform. So those are and then the name or the branding can go into trademark. You will have to trademark the brand name too. So yes, so it varies from the copyright of the programming of the local software of those software, the patent of the invention you are bringing from the software, the processing, and then um uh, the copyright, still other copyright for the assignment of the rights or license of the rights of the creatives that are involved, the trademarking of your own brand name for that social platform, and yeah, those are the major IP rights I can think of now. So those are the major ones I can think of now. So it depends on the any special circumstance that may be involved as the platform is going. So, but on the on the on the general view of it, or let me just say on an abstract view of it from what you have said, these are the ones I can I can pick out now.
Yeah. Thank you very much. I really appreciate. I think you understand what I'm trying to say, I'm trying to do, and I would I appreciate. I thank everyone for your time and all of that. So now, um, since it's a private entity and I won't be it is something that's a company that can work alongside with the government, right? Collaborate with the government, right?
Well, yes, giving what, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, yeah, I'm giving what has been said so far, and giving what you want to do. You can actually collaborate with government. They are open to collaboration. It's only based on the scope of what you are bringing. And like was that said initially, how it would not impede on their own given rights as per law. So what you are doing is more like creative hosting their works on your own site, and you offering them protection based on your own technological makeup. Now, for the government, they are in charge of probably regulation, and also some part of also let's call it execution on their part. So yes, you can collaborate with them. You just have to tell them what you are doing, and they have to know that okay, it is in line with what they are also doing, but it doesn't also affect or try to oversee or step on what they are doing. So yeah, you can collaborate with them if your what you're doing is very fine and it gains ground and gains momentum, why not? If not, though, I'm sure they'll put to collaboration.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Short
Thank you
answer.
very much. Thank you very much, sir. I really appreciate. I think you all have answered my questions, and yeah, what I've been curious about. Yes.
All
Thank
right,
you.
thank you, Mr. Lala, for your for thank you, Mr. Lala, for coming on this platform to share your particular concern. We really, really hope. Well, we'll take your word for it that you were able to get the explanations from what our professionals have had to share. Like we earlier said, right, if there are still further things around maybe contractings that you may need to develop and maybe other things like even chasing your registration for your platform that you would want to do, and you feel like you will need legal counsel, well, a tailored legal counsel to handle that particular work, right? You can also reach out to us, and we'll do well to see how best we can connect you with our professionals that can help you manage that. So yes, that will be that for this session. Thank you so much to everyone who made it to this call. We sincerely do appreciate your presence. We would want to kindly take a quick picture before we call it a close to this particular session. So please let's try as much as turn on our videos. I would like to play with us to do that so that we can call it a day to the session. Thank you so much to our professionals. I just want to crave your indulgence. And also, Mr. Lala, if we can get you, okay, I can see your video is on. So, yeah. All right. Thank you, Mr. Chukwemeka.
Uh, can
Thank
you?
you, Mr. All
Uh,
right.
can you see me?
Uh, Sorry, your video is not visible. It's fine.
I'm trying to. Wow. I'm having
Okay.
issues
Yeah,
connecting. Sorry.
Check on this call.
You said?
sorry.
Yes, I'm here. I'm here. Oh, okay. Okay.
All right, so I want to say a big thank you to everyone, to our professionals. Once again, we say a big thank you for coming through. You always come through to help our clients just give guidance to our clients. Like this, we said, or like we said earlier at the start of the program, this is a pro bono session. So we just try as much as possible. This is well, I would say is our own way of contributing to the society and to the creative world, to get people to come and get free legal counsel where it may be difficult or costly to get those kind of counsels if they were to try to outsource them. So once again, a big thank you to our professionals for always being here to help, tackle issues as they arise. We say a big thank you to Mr. Lala. Also, we say thank you for coming on this platform to also table your matter and giving us the platform to also help and also push the awareness of the fact that intellectual property infringement is actually a real deal. and people need to find a way to protect themselves. Thank you. So with that, we've come to the end of this particular session, right? All further messages will be sent to the professionals in your group. And like we said, Mr. Lala, you can always reach out to us. We'll do well to send you an email after this particular session. So please do well to pay attention to your mail so that you can get to hear from us. Thank you, everyone.
All right.
And please enjoy your evening.
Thank you so much.
All right.